A resume is a brief document that summarizes your experience, education, and credentials that relate to your employment goals. By creating a good first impression with your relevant qualifications and skills, ideally you will spark the employer's interest and encourage them to contact you. Building an effective resume is a lengthy process. It may take multiple reviews to catch all of your typos, grammatical errors, and format inconsistencies. This video aims to provide knowledge of the framework of a resume while simultaneously providing sample resumes of varying style and format. It is strongly encouraged that you also acquire a copy of the handout titled Guide to Resume Writing, available at the Becker Career Center. Please consider taking notes during this visual guide as well. Always be sure to have your resume reviewed by a career advisor at the Becker Career Center before sending it to a potential employer or graduate school. The first main component of a resume is your identifying information. Include your name, address, telephone number, and email address. Ensure that you have a professional voicemail and email address. You may include either your current address or your permanent address. Seniors should use a non-union email address as it will be deleted the fall following graduation. Remember, accessibility is key in this section. The next section of your resume outlines your education. Beginning with the most recent, list the name of the college you have attended, certificates or degrees received, expected date of graduation, and your major. You should also include terms abroad in this section. If you are an upper class student, it is advised not to include high school activities unless they are directly relevant to your desired job. Always include information about your senior thesis or senior project. They are noteworthy and illustrate both writing and research abilities. Relevant coursework and projects may also be included either in the Education or Experience section. Honors and awards may also be listed either here or in a separate section. If your GPA is less than 3.0, it should be left off your resume and you should emphasize your work and experience instead. The Work and Relevant Experience section shows how your experiences relate to your target position and demonstrate to the employer that you have the skills and experience necessary to do the required work. Include relevant experience from any of the following: full-time, summer, part-time work, internships, field work, research projects, volunteer work, or extracurricular activities. For each experience, indicate your job title, name of the organization, city, state, and dates of employment or service. See the Writing Action-Oriented Descriptions page in the aforementioned Guide to Resume Writing for assistance articulating your responsibilities for each position. Action-oriented descriptions are crucial for effectively conveying your skills and experiences. You must focus not only on what you did, but how you did it, why, for what purpose, and what results were achieved. Use strong action verbs regarding your responsibilities and accomplishments instead of general verbs and adjectives. Please take a moment to review the following examples. Additional experience and activities should also be listed. This section can add depth to a resume by reflecting highly desirable skills, commitment, and involvement outside academic coursework and employment. Include leadership positions, memberships in clubs or organizations, volunteer experience, professional development, and athletics. Include your position title, organization name, city, state, and dates of your involvement. You can choose whether or not to provide descriptions for these activities, and you should determine this based on whether or not the experience can showcase employer-desired skills. The next section includes skills related to your field of interest. Skills could include, but should not be limited to, foreign language fluency, computer and technical applications, scientific and laboratory skills, or special certifications. As you can see, this is Anita's Jobs Finished resume. Please remember that style and formatting can differ slightly from person to person, and consistency is key. Some people may also wish to include additional sections, such as relevant coursework and awards and honors. In addition, it is important to be able to produce a separate sheet of references for your potential employers. Next in this video, you will be provided with examples of these. The sections you see here are optional. You may opt to include relevant coursework by listing classes you have taken that involve skills and knowledge related to your target position. You may also wish to include awards. Begin with your most recent and aim to list mainly those that are relevant and those that you have received during college. You may also list special laboratory skills in another optional section if it is relevant to you and your desired position. Prepare a separate sheet with a similar heading to your resume entitled References and have it available upon request. Select 3 to 5 people to serve as your references. These people should represent faculty, supervisors, coaches, college administrators, or employers who have knowledge of your abilities and goals. Always obtain permission before listing references. Include name, title, organization, reference's relationship to you, address, email, and phone number. Please do not fret if you feel like your resume is lacking in content as opposed to those that you have seen so far. You will now be briefly shown a resume likely to resemble that of a freshman or sophomore, which contains experience and activities from both college and high school. Now that you have seen many examples, you should understand the basics involved in creating a resume. Remember that it is a tedious project involving multiple rewrites. Your goal should be to produce a visually appealing resume that can effectively convey your skills, experience, and more related to your field of interest, while leaving a positive first impression upon employers. As previously stated, it is recommended that you acquire the Becker Career Center's handout on resume writing. It includes many more sample resumes as well as written guidelines to building a resume, much like what you have seen in this video. It also includes an extensive list of action verbs to confidently describe your skills, abilities, and accomplishments, as well as instruction and examples of writing action-oriented descriptions. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you have gained sufficient knowledge to build an effective resume. Feel free to contact the Becker Career Center for additional guidance and assistance at 518-388-6176 or at careercenter@union.edu.